Um, Yeah, today we'll discuss about Azure, and before that, what exactly cloud computing, what are the advantages, disadvantages, what are the types of clouds we have, what are the services offered by the cloud. So these all the things we'll discuss. So what is your understanding of cloud computing? So because today every infrastructure in Azure or Microsoft 365, Intune, everything is now coming from the cloud itself. What exactly the term cloud refers?
No capital investment, only operational things need
Yeah,
to pay.
operation expenses. We no need to have the like what the services offered by the cloud. Okay, so the term cloud, like cloud computing, refers the on-demand delivery of IT resources. Whatever the IT resources like hardware, storage, network, applications, ERPs, whatever we want, everything can be done or delivered by cloud itself over the internet as pay as you go kind of pricing. That means if you use more, we'll pay more money. If you don't use, we no need to pay the money.
Mm.
Okay. So like this, we are going to deliver the IT resources. We are going to deliver the IT resources like this. Okay. Say if the term cloud refers on demand, what is meaning of on demand? Before you no need to provision. Whenever we want, we are going to get it. IT resources. What are the IT resources we have? It may be compute, storage, networking, or databases, lot of things. Whatever we have in the software, like data warehousing, AI kind of solutions, analytics, everything we are going to get it. And what is meaning of pay as you go? What is the meaning of pay as you go is if we like we need to pay the based on the usage itself. That kind of utility based computing is there with the cloud. So with all these things, most of the companies are moving their IT resources, infrastructures, platforms, everything into cloud itself. They're moving everything into cloud. So our life before cloud also, we have the same servers, applications we have, but it's very complicated and expensive kind of thing. Say in the last 20 years or 25 years, we have the server, storage, computing, all this, but it very expensive and complicated kind of thing. And whatever the like investment initial amount we require the capital amount kind of thing, or upfront what is the amount we need to invest, and operation expenses, both are very high with the traditional kind of business applications. So that is the reason most of the companies are now looking for cloud. And the amount of hardware we required, software we required, them also is very expensive. And we need lot of admins to maintain, configure, test, run, secure, and update them. So this is also we need lot of admin kind of guys. But today with the cloud, it's have the automation, and most of the like infrastructure cost, all those have been operation cost, upfront initial investments, all have been reduced by cloud. All have been reduced by the cloud. And so what are the characteristics of cloud we have is automation. What's the meaning of automation is we are going to like provision the resources automatically. Manually, like provisioning the resources is like lot of like risk is there, lot of time it takes, and it's maybe failures may happens, and lot of manpower is required. But if we go for automation, 24 by 7 it's available. Cost can be reduced. Very reliable, stable kind of things we are going to get to provision the infrastructures. And everything is virtualized. In the cloud data centers, we don't have mostly the physical resources are virtualized, and those virtual resources we are getting. Okay, so then what is elastic? We'll discuss more on elastic also. Say you want more resources, we can stretch it. Today we don't have business, we want to reduce. That is also is possible. So this kind of elastic capability is also there with the cloud. Physically, it's I don't tell impossible, but very, very expensive kind of thing. You want to scale up, you want to scale down means the business need to face lot of loss. And mobility. What's the meaning of mobility is we can connect to the resources from anywhere. From your office you can connect, or from internet center you can connect, or from your home we can connect, from anywhere, any device. So this kind of mobility kind of features also we have with the cloud. And heterogeneous. Say cloud offers vast set of options to the customer, huge hardware options, huge database options, huge platforms, multiple applications. User can choose what he want. This kind of heterogeneous environments are available in the cloud. And cloud is highly scalable and highly available. Highly scalable means you want 10,000 servers. In cloud, that's not a big deal. We can get that. And highly available also. Always the solutions are 90%, 99%, most of them are highly available also. So that is also another advantage of moving to cloud. And everything is integrated with the APIs or SDKs. Developers also can easily can use. And our applications also can be easily integrated with the cloud. And we have the grid computing. What's the concept of grid computing is we can like a one power grid failures, automatically another grid will provide the electricity. In the same way, here one server goes down, another server would be there. One data center like zone goes down, another zone would be there. One region, complete region itself is goes down, another region would be there. Like this, here we have the grid kind of thing. Then SLA driven. What's the concept of SLA driven is we'll have the service level agreements between us and our provider. We'll have an agreement kind of thing. And definitely we need to follow those guidelines. And the provider also will follow the guidelines. Like this, here we have the SLA driven kind of environments also. We have the agreements between the cloud service provider and between the business providers also. And another advantage is provisioning is very fast. The provisioning of cloud resources also is very fast. Okay, yeah. Any doubts on this? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so now here we have lot of advantages of using the cloud. Automation gives always lot of advantages for us. Manpower can be reduced very fastly. We can do the things, rapidness kind of things. Reliability is going to come if the automation is stable. Then consistent 24 by 7 it can perform. Manpower may be not available 24 by 7. Otherwise, I need 3 times manpower is required. But here automation like 24 by 7 is available, highly scalable. Then we have elastic mobility. Okay, metering. That means how much you use or utility based computing. Say now in your water bill or electricity bill, will have a meter in your home. In that metering, according to that, we need to pay the money. Here also for all these services, we'll have the metering. According to that, we need to pay the money. Okay. So we have lot of advantages of using the cloud. Then what may be the considerations we may have before moving to cloud. So now our enterprise has decided to move to cloud. What maybe I don't call them as disadvantages, but definitely we may have some considerations before moving to cloud. So what are those we'll discuss? Whether my applications data is secure or not. So we'll have the constraint regarding data security, whether my data is secure or not. The second one is privacy. Say whether AWS, compliances wise, privacy wise, whether they will misuse my data kind of things. So definitely we'll have these two doubts in your mind. Definitely in the last 10 to 15 years, cloud is providing huge security and privacy. But definitely we will have some constraints on that. The third one is we have already existing applications, existing servers, existing virtualization we have. How we can migration or how we can migrate the data into cloud is one of the constraint we have. That means most of the existing business will tell how we can migrate my applications, servers, platforms, data into cloud. So this kind of migration related constraints they will ask. And before going to cloud, maybe any government restrictions we have in our local government wise or maybe federal government wise also, we need to check the constraints, what is the billing, what are the rules they have in that country. Those all we need to follow because European laws are different, China government rules are different, US government rules are different. Like this, we need to follow their local government rules also we need to follow. And their local billing mechanism also we need to respect. Okay, so these all the different constraints we have. And is it any portable kind of thing? That means I'm not happy with one cloud. Is it possible to migrate to another cloud or not? Or I want to come back to my back previous traditional infrastructure itself. Okay, so because it's not guarantee everyone would be happy with the cloud. 1 or 2% of the people maybe want to come back also, whether that is possible or not. Okay, so these are the constraints we have before moving our applications into cloud. For the startups or for new companies, no problems because everything they will set up from scratch itself. Everything they're going to set up from the scratch itself. But the major challenge comes how we are going to migrate our applications because we'll have 10 to 15 years old applications, old servers also maybe running in our data centers. How to migrate all this is also is one of the challenge we have. Okay, so these all the considerations, but cloud has provided the solution for most of them. The cloud has been provided the solution for the security wise. They have lot of security standards. Privacy, AWS will give the agreements. They never misuse our data. For the migrations also, they're going to give server migration solutions, database migration solutions. So this kind of migration solutions also they have offered. And most of the governments also is supporting cloud. But there are some restrictions from the China government. China government will keep always the data center should be in the China only. And those China data centers, other country users can't use and China users can't use other data centers also. So like this, they're going to keep the constraints. Okay. So India, US doesn't have that kind of constraints. Okay. So then, like even easy to migrate from one cloud to another cloud. Nowadays we are getting the solutions for those also. Okay. Then most of the companies are expecting, or most of the individuals also expecting, there would be a regulation authority. Say what is that meaning is, say if you go for mobile, TRAI is there. Try will take care or control over the prices, all that. Any issues comes for the banks, we have RBI, which will be the regulation authority. Or for movies, we have the censor board. So in the same way, even in the cloud also, it better to have a regulation authority in the countries. If any issues comes, or any if they increase the prices, or if they blackmail not going to give the data for us. Okay, so that it's better to have one regulation authority is better. Okay, so these kind of laws are there in our country or not. So these are the things we need to take care before moving to cloud. Okay, so then, so what are the types of clouds we have? So mostly we have the four types of clouds we have: private cloud, public cloud, community cloud, and a hybrid cloud. So all these days we work with the private cloud kind of solutions. That means an enterprise will build a cloud and is exclusive for their company employees only. An enterprise will build a cloud and it's exclusive for their employees. Okay, so we are not going to use like others are not possible to use that cloud. But one of the major challenge with the private cloud is like initial investment also is very high compared to public cloud. Operation expenses also is very high, but data security and data privacy we can is in our control. Data security and the data privacy is in our control. Okay, so previously private clouds have been increased, but today market has been moving towards public cloud kind of solutions only. So any examples of private cloud? So what are the products we have with the private cloud? Say in the private cloud, and like a company or enterprise will build a cloud. Their employees or users, end users, they can connect from their home or they connect from the office, but it is exclusive for that company resources itself. Maybe Bank of America, JPMC, CT, they build the cloud for their employees only or for their customers itself. Okay, so then we have the products like VMware vCloud is there. What is the product? VMware vCloud. Then we have a Citrix Cloud. Okay, then OpenStack kind of things. So these all comes under private cloud. So private cloud, say uh, we need to maintain the hardware, we need to maintain the networking, storage, that hardware devices. On top of that, we need to make sure the licenses and the infrastructure setup, cloud setup, high availability, backups, all these we need to plan. We need to design. That's the reason it's very expensive. Okay. So then if you come to the public cloud is easy to use. An individual or small, medium enterprise or maybe a startup or a large scale enterprise or maybe a government agency, anyone can use that public cloud, and based on the usage they need to pay the money. If they use more, they will pay more money. If they don't use it, they no need to pay the money. So these kind of advantage we have with the public cloud. And data security, data privacy, only it's a risk itself, but practically they're providing very high security, and data privacy also is very good. That is the reason lot of companies are moving from their virtual infrastructure to or private cloud to cloud they're moving. they're moving to cloud. Okay, that is public cloud. So whatever we have, AWS or Azure or GCP, OCI or Ali Cloud, all these comes under all this comes under IBM also have their own cloud. Otherwise, we have Dell have their own cloud. There are some hundreds or thousands of providers are coming into DigitalOcean, Rackspace. A lot of providers are having the public cloud solutions. Okay, so public cloud demand has been increasing day by day.
Increase.
Okay, so most of that, like even if you go for Azure, all these also, like, and they're giving hybrid model. What is that? We'll discuss. And if you come to community kind of model, like maybe 4 to 10 companies may form a community kind of thing. Okay, so they will use the cloud. Okay, the like they're going to use like 4 to 10 companies may form a cloud. It's exclusive for their employees only. Okay, others can't use it. It's secure than public cloud and cheaper
Right.
than
Private.
private cloud. It's cheaper than private cloud. Okay, but what happen is private cloud, if it is very expensive, okay, then people may go for community cloud. But today everyone are running behind public cloud itself. That is the reason private cloud and community cloud. So suppose we can say today public cloud is nothing but a very big community cloud. It's a very big community kind of cloud. Okay. Say if the public cloud is blasted, then people may look for private and community kind of solutions. But today everyone are looking public cloud solutions itself. And most of the enterprises, 100% they may not use public cloud. They're using the combination of public plus private, or maybe sometimes they may use community also. That means in the above three, if they use two or more combinations of the cloud, then that is called as if they use two or more combinations of the cloud, then that is called as hybrid cloud. Two or more combinations if they use, they're going to use a hybrid cloud kind of thing. Okay, so today AWS, Azure, GCP, all these are supporting hybrid model also. That means on premises I will have the private cloud or I will have my own virtualization, and in the public cloud we have Azure or AWS. This kind of hybrid models also supported by the cloud, have been supported by the cloud.
Cloud.
Okay, so this kind of hybrid model itself, most of the enterprises are keeping. There would be some servers security wise and risk wise, they don't want to keep in the public cloud. Those all the servers and those all the infrastructure, Active Directory, databases, important data, all those they will keep in their private cloud. Which of the servers can be exposed outside, those all they're going to keep from, those all they're going to keep it from
In Azure.
in Azure or AWS, which can be highly scalable, elastic kind of things they want. Even if another million users comes, also I want to provide the support. These kind of things, all servers will keep in the hybrid, like in the public cloud, they're going to
Okay.
keep. So that is like most of the enterprises are taking both the advantages. They're taking the advantage of public cloud, and they're taking the advantage of private cloud
Private.
also. And the overall cost also can be
Nice.
reduced. Okay, so that is the main advantage of it. Okay,
Sir, I have one doubt here.
yeah, please.
Now, coming to the my infra, so we have multiple servers and all those things within on-prem. So that on-prem will considered as a private cloud now, because only the VMs are
Yeah, actually,
hosted on the Azure.
normally VMs are, yeah, it's a hybrid itself.
Okay, why? Because like internal, like infra servers like controllers, storefronts, and SQL database, all those things are within VMware, and which we are controlling like on-prem. And
Yes,
rest
yes,
of the VDA is only hosted on the Azure part. So in that case, we can consider it as a
it's
hybrid.
a hybrid itself.
Okay.
Okay, because which of the things controller, these are important things we are keeping in on premises,
Yeah.
which is the scalable kind of thing and dynamic kind of infrastructure, auto scaling. These all we kept in
Cloud.
the public cloud kind of thing. Okay, it's a hybrid model. Most
Okay.
of the large scale enterprises prefer to go for the hybrid model itself. They will get both the advantages. The overall cost can be reduced, secure also.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So then, say here, what are the services or stacks offered by cloud? The first one is IaaS. IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service. Here, small typo. Infrastructure as a service. PaaS stands for platform as a service. SaaS stands for software as a service. So now if you come to IaaS, so IaaS is the like infrastructure wise very important service, and to the client also lot of benefits have been there because they no need of any hardware, no configuration, no OS installations, backups, everything is managed by cloud itself. Here infrastructure as a service, infrastructure as a service. Say here we are going to get the servers. Say servers means maybe computing kind of thing. Then storage. Then we have network. Okay, so these all the resources are available over the cloud for us. The infrastructure is very costly, expensive. It takes lot of time to provision. Okay, so these all the reasons, even in your company also, they kept in the public cloud those all. That is very rapid kind of scale up is required. That immediately I want another 10 hypervisors means that hardware, all that setup is very tough. But if I take that infrastructure as a service from the public cloud, it's very easy to provision. Okay, so we are going to get the computing resources, storage, networking, and we no need of any hardware. We no need of any hardware is not required. Then we are going to get the PaaS. If we go for the PaaS, it's a platforms. It's a platforms as a service. What is the meaning of platforms is like a Java environment, .NET environment, or Python environment, MERN stacks, mean stacks. We want to deploy these kind of applications. Already developers has developed the code, but in order to make it live, we need to deploy. That deployment required again the platforms. The PaaS again backend users. The past backend uses IaaS itself. Okay, the platforms as a service again backend using infrastructure as a service itself. But If I use the PaaS, I no need to worry about infrastructure as a service. That's the responsibility of the provider itself. Okay, but back into the PaaS is IaaS we have. Okay, so then we are going to get Java kind of environment or .NET kind of or Python kind of environment. These all the environments are available in PaaS. Then applications, servers, web servers, database kind of servers. We are going to get even like a serverless kind of computing. What is serverless also we'll discuss. Today in the cloud we have, without having a single server also we can deploy. Then lot of middlewares, lot of DevOps tools. All these are available as the platforms. Using these platforms, we are going to deploy our applications. And those pass again backend using IaaS itself. And that IaaS in the backend is using IaaS in the backend is using virtualization. IaaS is in the backend is using
Virtualization.
virtualization itself. Okay. Then if you come to the SaaS, software as a service, so we are going to like not going to develop, deploy, test, maintain applications, softwares, ERPs. Everything is available from the software as a service itself. We are not going to develop them. We are not going to deploy them. We are not going to test, maintain, upgrade, rollbacks. All these we need to take care in our normal traditional applications. But if we go for the SaaS, everything is going to taken care by the SaaS provider itself. Even if you go for Office 365 or Microsoft 365, or maybe we go for Citrix kind of application deliveries, most of them comes under SaaS itself. So that VDA kind of things also is comes under software as a service. We are going to deploy those applications. We are going to deploy the ERPs. We are going to deploy the custom softwares. They no need to maintain anything. It's very simple. We are going to deliver. Additional to this, like in the last 5 to 10 years, lot of technologies came into the market. Those are AI related, artificial intelligence or generative AI or business intelligence, data warehousing, data science, mobile application deployments. Then we have like a DevOps kind of tools, robotics, then blockchain, then mobile MDM kind of solutions. All these also have been coming into cloud itself. Okay, so today Azure is not going to support only infrastructure, platforms, or softwares. They have vast set of options and services are available in the cloud. Vast set of options have been available in the cloud we have. Okay. Say here infrastructure as a service. Again, one more thing is uh, SaaS backend uses PaaS. PaaS backend uses PaaS backend uses
Yes.
IaaS. IaaS
Virtualization.
virtualization. Virtualization need hardware,
Physical
hyper,
hardwares.
yeah, hypervisor management kind of solutions like vCenter or GenCenter, these kind of solutions also. Then virtualization, that hardware, storage, networking, all these in the public cloud is taken care by the cloud service provider itself. We no need to worry about that. Okay, so here I'll use one word called abstraction. What is the meaning of abstraction is the complexity has been hidden for us. I'll tell one example. Everyone are using mobiles. Mobile towers are, we no need to worry. Who is responsible for that?
Provider.
Yeah,
Only
provider
time
itself.
for
In the same way, if I use the SaaS, SaaS abstracts PaaS. Okay. PaaS abstracts
yes,
Yes.
IaaS. In the same way, IaaS abstracts
virtualization.
virtualization. That regarding that virtualization, if it is a private cloud, we need to take care. But in the public cloud, that layer has been abstracted for us. Hence, it's very simple to use, simple to set up. The complexity has been hidden to the business. Only we are going to use that as the service. Only that's we are going to use as service itself.
Yes,
That is the main advantage we are going to get it. Okay, already we know what is a hypervisor. A hypervisor is a special class of operating system which is having the capability of running multiple operating systems on top of that. An hypervisor is a special class of operating system which is having the capability of running multiple operating systems on top of that. Okay, so now if you go to the Azure in the backend, they're going to use their own hypervisor itself is a Hyper-V. AWS is using Zen Source. GCP is using KVM as their hypervisors. Azure is using Hyper-V. AWS is using Zen Source. GCP is using KVM, Kernel Virtual Machine. Okay. And if you go for anyhow VMware vCloud, we need ESXi servers. If you go for Citrix Cloud,
Genset,
yeah,
Genset,
Gen Center or Gen Server. Okay, that means if you go for any of the cloud, in the backend, they need
hypervisor,
hypervisors. And automation, okay, what is the cloud is on top of virtualization and automation. Okay, then virtual delivery, virtual delivery. Then we have metering. Okay, so an automation is there, a virtual delivery of those resources, then metering. That means how much resources you use, for that only we need to pay the
bill,
for the money. Okay, that's based on the usage. So these all we are going to get it from the cloud wise. On top of that infrastructure, again we have an automation that is platforms. On top of that, more automation, softwares.
SaaS,
Yeah. So service-wise also, when we are going to discuss Azure services, try to categorize it comes into computing one, storage one, network one. All this comes under mostly IaaS. What are the PaaS-based services? Those all we'll discuss.
Sir, I have one doubt
Yeah.
regarding pass. If you just open the notepad
Yes. Yes.
to the pass. Okay, here I have doubt. If you can help me with the one example, it is a pass is a platform based
Yes.
services.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
had mentioned as Java, .NET, Python,
Yes. Yes.
etc., etc. So what exact it means? Like it will be providing us like already built platform
Yeah.
like
Build a
Java flat.
build pre-configured environments may be available. There we can easily deploy. I'll tell one example. Say Azure having one feature called app service.
Okay.
Say you develop a Java based application or .NET based application or Python based application. You just need to deploy that one. Everything would be taken care by that app service itself.
Okay, it means like it is already default available
Yeah,
in
it's a
the.
pre-built that environment is available in that. But backend again, it uses the infrastructure, all those.
So directly we need to install it and we need to start use.
We just need to deploy it.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, the another example is Azure SQL is there.
Yeah, yeah.
Normally, we want a database, SQL Server or MySQL. We need to take the hardware on that. Need to install the OS. Need to install the patches. On top of that database, need to install that backups, scalability, storage. All this we need to take care.
Okay.
But if you go for the past, you don't need to worry about that backend infrastructure. You don't need to worry about the installation, backups, scalability, replications. All those have been taken care by Azure SQL itself.
Okay.
Those all comes under PaaS-based kind of thing.
Okay.
And managed services, even Kubernetes kind of things, all DevOps tools also are available as the PaaS.
Okay.
Lot of middlewares are available. Say, suppose we have message queues or we have notification kind of things, email servers. All these also available in the PaaS.
Okay.
So normally we need to maintain SMTP servers, like maybe SNMP servers, message queues, middlewares. Everything is now available in the PaaS itself.
Okay.
Then already like virtualization, like without having the physical resources, one physical resource will provide multiple like virtuals resources. That's open the solution for that opens the solution for the cloud also. Okay, so normally we'll have one physical resource. We will deliver one server in that. But if we go for the virtualization, like multiple resources can be delivered. Multiple resources can be delivered. And what are the types of virtualizations we have is, we have the server virtualization, we have desktop virtualization, and we have application virtualization. Okay, so then here, virtualization plays a vital role in the cloud computing because in their data centers, if they give the physical servers like that to the end user also they don't get any benefit. Provider also it's lot of manual process. Hence, definitely any of the cloud, either in the private cloud or public cloud, definitely they're going to use the virtualization. Virtualization plays very vital role in the cloud computing. Okay, if they don't have the virtualization, the data center size is very bigger one. Lot of manpower is required and like a lot of power consumption, lot of cooling options are required. So that is the reason they're definitely going for virtualization itself. Okay, and mostly we have three types of virtualizations. One is server virtualization, second one is desktop virtualization, third one is application virtualization. For the cloud data center setup, which virtualization is very important? Which virtualization is
Server.
very important? Server virtualization is very important. Okay, so then like what is Azure? So Azure is one of the leading cloud service provider where we can deploy our infrastructures, platforms, databases, or maybe storage applications, platforms, everything we can deploy in the cloud. Okay, say they have more than 60 plus regions, global presence is there, and more than 300 data centers have been there, and one of the leading cloud service provider. The competitors are, we have AWS, GCP. AWS have some advantages, Azure have some advantages, GCP have some advantages. Okay, so for our background, Azure suits better. That is the reason we are using Azure itself. But if they have AWS or GCP also is manageable. Okay, say in the tomorrow class, we'll discuss more on Azure platform. Like Azure is one of the cloud computing platform, one of the leading cloud service provider, introduced by Microsoft in 2010. And easily we can deploy our servers, infrastructure, platforms, applications, databases with the vast global network they have all over the globe. They have more than 60 plus regions they have. What is that regions? All Azure terminology and Azure account, how we can use all this, we'll discuss in that tomorrow class. Microsoft Azure is the second largest cloud service provider. Who is the leader? AWS is the leader
AWS.
because they came early into the market. Like AWS came in 2006 itself. Azure came in 2010. Okay, so for us, Azure infrastructure, Azure storage, Azure networking, and automation using PowerShell or Terraform, then Azure Entra ID, Azure AVD. So these all the things and how we can manage monitoring, optimization, security kind of services, backups, SRE kind of things. These all we need to learn from the Azure services. Okay, so those we'll discuss from tomorrow class.
Oops.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.